What's up, everyone? I'm Don Ferguson, and welcome back to another bomb-ass episode of something new here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar. Before we get to tasting and talking about something absolutely fantastic, I don't know, I haven't tried it yet, but I want to give a shout out to our digital media partner, Tequila and Spirits Magazine, where you can get a free online digital subscription and have it delivered right to your email every other month. Also, want to shout out #FindTheBird. Check them out. Now, it's no secret, I love tequila. I got a lot of tequilas in here, so what are we trying this week? You're right, the one person at home that said tequila. We are trying tequila, but we are trying a fancy tequila. Look at that, I can't do that yet. There's a surprise. Amorada Tequila. There's a surprise with these tops. So let's roll the intro, and we're going to talk a lot more about this brand. Roll it. Now, if you're new to the show, before we taste, we talk. Amorada Tequila. Now, I've had my eyes on this for a long time. The coolest thing is they just launched in Michigan, so I was able to get my hands on a couple of bottles. Yeah, folks, we're tasting two today. You'd love when I double fist it, right? Let's run down the particulars. Amorada Tequila. Where'd the name Amorada come from? Well, it comes from enamorada, and that means in love. And how in the hell can you not be in love with these bottles? They're actually incredible, and we're going to talk a lot about the bottles. Typically I don't, because it is all about what's in it, the juice, but there's some pretty fantastic things going on with this bottle, unlike anything I've seen on the market. The fun stuff. Now, this is from Nome 1463, and this is an Austin, Texas brand. Now, I don't mean that it's made in Austin. You know that tequila can't be made here. Although, I'm pretty sure that they do probably grow some agave on the border. Okay, I'm just getting ahead of myself. Who cares, right? But what I'm saying is the owner, Terray Glasman, this is a woman-owned brand. And she is phenomenal. I actually had the pleasure of having a conversation, and she kind of gave me a little bit of the feedback and the passion behind these bottles, which, again, we're going to talk about in a minute. So home base is in Austin, Texas, and it took Terray about 5 years to come up with the bottle, the brand, searching distillery after distillery. Must be a horrible job to go around Mexico and try different tequilas to make sure that you have what's in your heart and what your passion is. Just drinking, oh wait a minute, that's kind of what I do. I drink a lot of tequila, right? When it came to the bottle, Terray wanted something that would reflect the love of the product. So she loved the product that's inside. I haven't tried it yet, but she wanted to also come up with a bottle that reflected and mimicked that. And when you take a look at this on the shelf, I don't think there's anything else quite intriguing as this. No additives, no preservatives, no sugars, no flavorings. It's twice distilled, and yes, we're trying both. So we're going to try the Blanco, and then we're going to move on to the Reposado. As I said, we're going to talk about the bottle, and typically I don't do a lot of focus on the bottle, but the reason why I'm the first one to have these brand new spanking bottles on a platform. Now, these are changed. Before, they were actually colored, so you couldn't see the exquisite juice inside. You couldn't see the luster of the Reposado, of it being a golden bronze hue. It was all colored to protect it, but it really didn't do it justice, right? Every bottle is hand-blown glass. It's handcrafted. It's really a work of art. And the topper is extremely unique. I have seen some kind of like this, but not quite like this. Before I get to that, it's hand capped, hand label. There's actually a video on the website for Amorada Tequila that will show you the entire process. It's really cool. I love when brands do that because you kind of get close and intimate to the tequila making process. Okay, what have I been alluding to? Turn it over. Look at that. It fills up, ladies and gentlemen. Now why? Can you see that? Look at that, dropping back nice and slow. Why? It goes back to wine. So let's think about that. If you have a red wine, most of the time you let it breathe. You want it to aerate. And a lot of times with a wine that may be a little bit harsh, I'm not saying these are harsh, haven't tried them yet, but what I'm saying is the aeration brings out a lot more of the flavor. It smooths it down. So when Terray Glasman was designing a bottle, that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to do something completely different, and we have an aerator. So we're aerating our Reposado. How crazy is that? Who's ready to taste? I am. It's like a fancy restaurant where you walk up and the glass is overturned, and you go like that, and then they pour you water. What is with that? Who wants some water? We're going to start with the Blanco. Now both of these are actually 80 proof, so nothing going... Wow, this is a unique pour. Now this isn't chilled. Boy, I could see, you know, with the base being heavy, I could do an extra big pour and not even realize it. Oops. Remember, finger, aerate. So we're aerating this, and usually I let it breathe, but since we're doing this, we're just gonna let it dribble down. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? That's a showpiece. I'll tell you what, if you're at a bar and you order this, they have to do that because that is an attention getter, my friends, and that'll sell some bottles. Let's try the Blanco first. Now, if you know at home, everything starts out as a Blanco and then it gets aged and blah, blah, blah. Look at some of the other ones. Boom, color. Come on, it's like water. You don't know it by... Whoa. Holy, wow. Okay. It's just saying smell, stop talking because it is rising up. I'm getting definite cooked agave just creeping up into my nostrils, hitting my brain. It's like a COVID test. Some citrus. There's some mineral properties. Now what I do like about it is I'm getting a little bit of pepper, but holy crap, like there is no alcohol vapors. There's no ethanol. There's nothing that's just overly potent that is, you know, kind of that, it's almost like hydrochloric acid. When you get a little too close to it, it reminds you it's not good. And this is extremely smooth. There's a lot going on the nose. I'm really digging it so far. That is a beautiful nose. Tears looking, ooh, those legs are sexy dripping down. So first one coats the palate like always. That is nice. It's very crisp. You're getting cooked agave. You're definitely getting agave, you know, on the front end of it. Some citrus. I would almost say like a citrus, lemon peel, orange rind, something like that. But we need for number two. Very nice. There is like no burn. So you get a little bit of pepper, but it's not over enunciated. So it's not filling up your mouth and burning. It's not giving you that scrunchy face whatsoever. And that turns a lot of people off with a Blanco tequila because sometimes it can be a little bit too harsh. This is creamy. It's got a very delicate palate to it. It is very smooth. It's really good. Like this is really, really nice. But third time's always the charm. Okay. Wow, that's really smooth. That is a nice sipping Blanco tequila. It's unlike many that I've ever had. You are getting a little bit of the mineral properties. So I can't remember if this was a highland or a lowland, but whatever soil it's in, that the agave is grown in, you're definitely picking up some of that minerality in the soil. Now it is a little vegetal, and we've talked about this before if you watch the program. that means you're getting the freshness of the agave or the plant. In this case, obviously, it's agave. In rum, it would be sugarcane. So it's really nice, crisp, and clean. And this is no... Oh, wow. Okay, it's time to slow down because we do have little brother, well, big brother over here because it's aged. You can see from the glass, I'm getting carried away. It's a little too smooth for me, so I'm just drinking and drinking, but you're getting some nice sweetness up front, agave. I'm picking up a little bit of pineapple now, some citrus, the rind. It's just super crisp and clean, not chilled. This would be outrageous if you chill it, but we need to move on. We can't just spend our whole time here with the Blanco. We need to pour some Reposado. Alrighty, let's just pour. This is a nice golden, nice rich golden. It's like the rings in Sonic the Hedgehog. That is the best way to describe this. This is beautiful. Very light, very nice. We're just gonna put the top back on. We don't want it to evaporate. Not that it ever would in this household. Now, their Reposado is rested in French white oak casks for 8 months. So French oak typically has a little bit of a sweeter profile if you've ever tried something in a French. We've tried tons of things. So I do like it. If it rests too long though, you get into a particular gray area where it could end up being too oaky, too sweet. So you got to do it just right. I like the 8 months because it really picks up a lot of qualities in some of the tequilas that I've seen on the market that have been rested for any more than, 5 months. That's what I like to say. So 8 months is fantastic. We talked about the Sonic the Hedgehog color, which is beautiful. The legs are trickling down. Oh, very different. And when I say very different, I'm talking about from the Blanco. So you are picking up some agave, but you're getting a very subtle sweetness as well, and it could be from the casks. You're also picking up some vanilla, almost a very light baked, like sugar vanilla. I don't know. Does it have like a muffin? Earthiness, a little bit of that earthiness again, but almost a nuttiness. Some toasted almonds, which is really fantastic. Again, there is no alcohol on the front end burning and flaming up your eyeballs, which is, it's just incredible. There's just so many out there that just don't seem to be evenly balanced. So far, we're doing well. No time to waste. Better taste. Oh my God. We're not even describing number one. I know I kind of fudged this up. I didn't know if I was trying to give the finger or what, but wow. That's all I'm going to say. Wow. Because we're going straight in for number two because I really want to give the full effect, the full description. Okay, here we go. That is exceptional. That is really exceptional. And first of all, I want to say it is very smooth. It's very creamy. It's very rich. I'm picking up the agave, of course. A good tequila, you're always going to pick up agave, but I'm picking up vanilla, brown sugar. It's a caramelized brown sugar. I'm getting some of that sweetness from the French oak, which is terrific. It's not overly done. It is aged just perfectly because it's so well balanced. And that's what I'm truly, truly digging about this already. Yeah, it's like a toasted almond or a hazelnut. It is just a little bit of caramel as well. You're picking up a very, very light butterscotch. So if you ever, like, the, what is it, the Brock's butterscotch? God, I used to kill those all the time. I thought I was cool because I met Usher, and he was popping. Never mind, it's a long story. But anyway, it is fantastic. This is really good. This is extremely well done. On the fourth sip, you're really picking up that butterscotch, the brown sugar. But I don't want to scare you, because this is not overly sweet. There are some tequilas that are referred to as Americanized tequilas, and they're overly sweet. They're overly, palatable because they're so smooth. This is absolutely not one of those. This is not overly sweet. This is nothing that's going to give you a cavity in the morning because you drink too much. Is there such a thing as drinking too much? Anyway, all I can say right now, boom, 100% Teeqlife approved. This is phenomenal. The presentation, the juice itself, I mean, I'm just in love. Oh, Amorada, in love. You see that? I didn't even know. Okay, it's time to get serious because this is a pour with a purpose. Owner Terray Glasman, the founder of Amorada Tequila, is also the founder of the Love Movement. ALM, Amorada Love Movement, was founded with the sole purpose of contributing donated funds to local charities for underprivileged children in the great state of Texas. So I always love, a brand that gives back to the community, is looking to do more, and that's exactly what Amorada Tequila is doing. So Terray, fantastic product, but y'all thought I was done, right? Come on, you should know by now. Yes, I always save an añejo for its own episode. And wow, I'm gonna have to plan this one very, very soon because the Blanco, the Reposado is absolutely fantastic. So, oh look, woo, look at that, people. Yes, a little bit darker in color because, and we got some fantastic things going on. But we're gonna stick for this, right now. These are both 100% Teeqlife approved. They're phenomenal sippers. I would not use these in any cocktails, although the Blanco you could, and would just make an exceptional, margarita, maybe a Paloma. I would do I'd get fun with it, a daiquiri, anything like that. But this is just a fantastic brand. I love everything about it so far, and I can't wait to try the añejo very, very soon. You know the quote? It's getting down to the down. So that wraps up another episode of Something New here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar. Amorada Tequila, doing some crazy, crazy things. And the one thing I forgot to tell you, and I'll tell you right now, is one of these three expressions was named Tequila of the Year by Forbes magazine. You're just going to have to tune in to the next episode to find out which one. Anyway, that was fun. Thanks for joining me in the Teeqlife Basement Bar, and life is too short to drink bad liquor. Choose wisely, my friends. How are we going to do this? I'll see you on the next episode. Cheers!